neighborhoods into city areas in Chicago. It also mentions the zip code, but the zip code is actually not important for what we're doing, but it's good to have it there to make this table larger for the example that I'm about to show you. So what we want to do to create this ad group, I think it would be cool to say, hey, look and see like what neighborhood is this raw keyword data in? And I can know that because I still have that information from the original page, and it's Ravenswood. And based on it being Ravenswood, I want to look up in this table and see which city area it falls into. And in this case, it's City North. I realized that I actually had just created these and sorted them the exact same way, but let's pretend that it's not a one-to-one ratio and that you have 10,000 different neighborhoods here going into just a few city areas over here, and that they're not already sorted in the exact area the same way. What you can do is you can take Ravenswood and look it up in this table and say, wherever Ravenswood shows here, find it, and then give me the city area in 2 columns over. So the way to do that is using a vertical lookup, V for vertical, and the syntax is a little bit tricky, but this is an extremely powerful way of dealing with data. For instance, Google themselves, when they were here last week, gave us some information on how to best use analytics for AdWords. One of the things that I know that they've done in the past is give us a list of, show us how you can make a list of keywords from analytics that have been people have used to find your site in an organic way, and then see if those are actually in your AdWords campaigns or not. You could compare lists to see what's what by looking up your AdWords master list of keywords with a list of stuff that you pulled from analytics and see if they're still there, or see if they need to be added or not. You could check things like that using vertical lookup, and I know that's the exact way that I know that they did it. So
because if the vertical lookup doesn't find a match, it comes back with a false or a null result.
You have a choice of determining whether it should find the closest match or if it should give you a false reading.
Got it.
And most of the time,
so in the case you were describing before,
return something exactly.
Rob, so in the case you were describing before, you would have told it to compare your organic analytics traffic with your AdWords traffic. You would have said, hey, here's my list of all the analytics keywords that are coming through. Look it up in the table of AdWords keywords that we're bidding on, and if you don't find an exact match, come back with a false, and you could flag everything that had a false, and those would be the keywords that you'd want to add into your AdWords campaign. Got it.
Yep. The way that this is going to work here now is we're going to take the neighborhood stem and look it up in the table on the right and find the right city area. Actually, you know what I'm going to do just to make things a little bit more exciting is I'm going to sort these alphabetically, which actually they really should be anyway.
Rob, can I tell you something?
What's that?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I'm exceptionally excited now.
And why is that?
Because you sorted it not alphabetically. Because you sorted it alphabetically. I'm exceptionally excited.
Ah, excellent.
I'm just teasing you.
Now we'll see if it really works because, there's all the smoke and mirrors have been taken down. So the syntax here, and I hope that you guys can see this. When you start typing in a formula, Google kind of helps you out. I mean, not Google, Excel kind of helps you out. So VLOOKUP, I type equal VLOOKUP, and then I start the formula with a open parentheses, and right below the formula bar, it Glenn? Are you seeing that little help pop up with
Oh, sure.
lookup, and it says lookup
Sure, yeah.
value
Yes.
table array? Okay. So the lookup value, what I want to look up, the base value is the word Ravenswood, which is in cell A2. So I'm going to click on Ravenswood, and then it says to give it the table array that you want to look up in, which is that source data, which is this whole list of Albany Park through Wicker Park and over to where the city data is, the city area data is, and that creates it symbolizes that in the formula bar as everything from H2 to J21 with a colon in between it.
So it's all three columns.
To the bottom right.
Got it. All three. It's the whole table. Got it.
And all I did was I just highlighted it with my mouse, and it automatically put that in there. So now I've done two things so far. I've told it what I want to look up, the word Ravenswood, and where I want to look it up. Now it's saying, what do you want to return? That's called the column index number. And in this case, I'm going to put in a 3. Glenn, can you see why I would put in a 3?
Well, because that would be the value in the third column, right? Mr. Rob? Hey, Rob, I can't hear you all of a sudden. This was the exciting part. I think you're choosing the number 3 because that's the value in the third column. I'm going to put you on pause and call you back because I can't hear you, but I'm going to put everything on pause and we'll see what's happening. Okay?
I was just calling you on the other line. Okay.
We're all set. So I lost you for a second, but now we're back, and I was saying that I think that you put the number 3 there because you want the value in the third column whenever VLOOKUP finds a match.
Exactly. So VLOOKUP function finds a match. I want it to return whatever's in the third column. So it's counting it. The first column is the neighborhood. The second one is the zip code. And the third is the city area. The reason why I included the zip code was to show you that you don't have to have just 2 columns. It can be part of a larger set of data, and the data that you want to return doesn't have to be immediately next to the one that you're looking up.
Got it.
So here we have the formula again. After the column index number is what's called the range lookup, and you have a decision whether you want to be approximate, which is putting in the word true, T-R-U-E, or if you want it to be exact, and that is the word false. So I'm going to put in the word false because if Ravenswood isn't in that list, I don't want it to just guess as to what the city area would be. I want to only